Hello, and welcome to All Things Career Services with TNT. My name is Dr. Tracy Spots.
And my name is Tatiana Goss.
And today we are super excited to bring this podcast to you. Last time we had Mackenzie Haynes on, and she was talking about some awesome things regarding networking. And today we're actually going to be talking about resume writing and cover letters. So Tatiana, are you excited about today's topic?
I definitely am. I think we have some good tips and important information to give everyone.
Awesome. Well, with that being said, we'll go ahead and get started. So Tatiana, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. Does that sound good?
Sounds perfect.
All right. What are some key components of an effective resume? How do you recommend structuring a resume for maximum impact?
I think, a well-organized resume is essential in the job application process. A resume typically includes several key components that help to present your qualifications and experience effectively. First, you do want to make sure that your contact information is easy to read. This includes your name, your phone number, and email address. It should be at the very top of your resume. A lot of times that's where it's located. Some information to include, like I said, is your full name, your phone number, and email address. I know some people may put like their home address and things, and that's just not very important. Sometimes not safe to put on your resume. Some people also include a summary or an objective statement, which is just a brief overview of your career goals and what you bring to the role. This can be a summary of qualifications or a specific objective. Next, the work experience section is very critical. You should list your job titles, the companies that you worked at, the dates of employment, including the month and the year, and bullet points highlighting your achievements and responsibilities. And don't forget the education section because it's also very critical. This is where you include your degrees, your majors, and the institutions that you attended. Another important component of a resume would be relevant skills that apply to the job you are seeking. For example, technical skills, languages, and soft skills that you have. You want to make sure that you are including what's relevant. So if it's not relevant to that specific role, you can take it out. If applicable, you can also include relevant certifications that you have, licenses that you hold, and any additional sections like volunteer work or publications that showcase your qualifications for that role. When thinking about formatting, formatting should be clear and professional to enhance readability. Each section should be tailored to highlight the most relevant information for the job that you're applying for. So make sure that you're taking your time to craft your resume thoughtfully. It can make a significant difference in your job search. Tracy, do you have anything to add?
No, but I really like the word applicable. That's such a fun word, and it's such an important word. Anyway, so how important is it to tailor a resume for specific job applications? So what tips do you have for customizing a resume for different industries?
This is a good one because some people don't know that sometimes you have to change up your resume according to the specific industry or the job that you're applying for. It's extremely important for several reasons. It increases relevance, so tailoring allows you to highlight the most relevant experiences and skills that match specific requirements for the job. This makes it easier for hiring managers to see why you're a good fit for the role. It also improves ATS compatibility, so that's just applicant tracking systems. Many companies use ATS to screen resumes. By using keywords from the job description, you increase the chances of your resume passing through these systems and getting seen by a human recruiter. So this is where actually reading the job description that you're applying for is important because you do want to take out those keywords that you see and put them in your resume if they apply to you. It demonstrates interest and effort. A tailored resume shows that you've taken the time to understand the role in the company because it's also important to do research on the company. So visit that company website, indicating your genuine interest in the position. It definitely sets you apart from other candidates. So some people use generic resumes. A tailored resume can help you stand out by presenting a personal story that aligns closely with the employer's needs. Tailoring your resume is a crucial step in the job application process. It not only increases your chances of getting noticed, but it does demonstrate your commitment and suitability for the positions. Investing time in this customization can increase your job search and success. And to answer your second question, customizing your resume for different industries requires an understanding of the specific expectations and the norm within each field and also within each company. Look into common qualifications, skills, and experiences valued in your targeted industry. Websites like LinkedIn can provide valuable insights So you can use terminology and jargon that are common in that industry. This not only shows understanding, but also helps that ATS optimization. Identify skills that are applicable across industries. For example, you have project management, you have communication, you may have critical thinking, and emphasize those that align with the specific role that you're applying for. So if you have experience in different sectors, highlight roles that are most relevant to the industry you're applying to. You can also include transferable projects or volunteer work that I mentioned in the first question. Use appropriate formatting structure. Some industries prefer traditional formats. This can be like the law industry or finance, while others may appreciate creative designs. So that could be the technology field or marketing. Research to find the best format for your target industry. Different industries value different soft skills. So, for example, customer service roles may prioritize communication and empathy, while tech roles might value problem solving and analytical skills. And lastly, network and seek feedback. Networking can provide insights into what employers in the industry are looking for. Additionally, seek feedback on your resume from professionals in the field or people that you know, just to go over your resume before you send it off to the companies. By understanding the nuances of different industries and adapting your resume accordingly, you can present yourself as a strong candidate for the position who is not only qualified but also aligned with the specific needs and culture of the company. So tailoring your resume is an investment that can significantly enhance your chances of landing an interview, which is the ultimate goal.
Absolutely. I always think of a resume as a way to get you in the door. And then after that, it's all dependent on you. So, okay, I have a couple more questions for you. So we've talked about what a resume looks like. What are some common mistakes made on resumes?
So sometimes people make mistakes, and it's not on purpose, but some could be typos or grammatical errors. So spelling mistakes can create a negative impression sometimes. So that's why it's good to sometimes also seek feedback, have someone else go over your resume, and always proofread your resume multiple times and consider using tools like Grammarly. And having a friend or a mentor, like I said, having other people review it so that they can also help to catch those errors. Another mistake or common mistake, using a one-size-fits-all resume without tailoring it to the specific job. It's important to read that job description and tailor your resume. So customize your resume for each application by aligning your skills and experiences with the job description. Another mistake is using inconsistent fonts, sizes, or colors to make your resume hard to read. I know sometimes it's easy to want things to look aesthetically pleasing, but that's not always necessary when you are looking for a job. Stick to a clean, professional format with consistent styling. Use bullet points for clarity and ensure that there is adequate white space. So using 12-point font, New Times Roman, using the same thing throughout the entire resume. Another mistake, adding unrelated work experience or outdated skills. Focus on relevant experiences and skills that directly relate to the job that you're applying for. Remove older jobs that don't contribute to your narrative. So jobs that aren't relative to what you're applying to currently. Another mistake is that some resumes are either too lengthy or too brief, and this can be off-putting. So aim for one-page entry-level when you are aiming for entry-level positions, try to stay with one page and no more than 2 pages for more experienced candidates. Be concise while ensuring that you include all the essential information needed. Another mistake is inconsistencies in job titles or employment dates can raise red flags, so ensure that job titles and dates are accurate and consistent. If you have had multiple roles at one company, make sure that you are clarifying that clearly. Omitting contact information is another mistake. So not including essential contact details or making them difficult to find. So make sure that you're clearly listing your name, your phone number, and professional email address at the top of your resume. And by avoiding some of these common mistakes and focusing on clarity and relevance and professionalism also, you can create a resume that effectively shows your qualifications and makes a strong impression on potential employers.
That's awesome. So let's switch gears a little bit. I think, in my opinion, one of the hardest things to do when applying for a job is writing a cover letter. I think it is so difficult because I feel like I'm either putting too much information in or not enough information. So can you tell us, how do resumes and cover letters complement each other?
Well, resumes and cover letters serve different but complementary purposes in the job application process. They both highlight your qualifications. So your resume lists your qualifications in a straightforward manner, showcasing your skills and experiences relevant to the job, while the cover letter allows you to highlight certain qualifications more in depth. So you're able to go into detail, connecting your experiences directly to the job requirements and demonstrating how you meet them. It also demonstrates your fit. So resumes show your background and capabilities, but doesn't convey your personality or enthusiasm, where your cover letter is able to do that. So it provides insights into your personality and motivations and fit with the company culture. It is an opportunity to express your enthusiasm for the role in the organization. It also addresses gaps or changes. Well, both do. So your resume may not have the space to adequately explain gaps in employment or significant career changes, while your cover letter does offer that platform to address any gaps or career transitions, providing explanations and emphasizing transferable skills. It also both encourage action. So your resume ends with your qualifications and leaves the decision to the employer, while the cover letter often concludes with a call to action, expressing your desire for an interview and your willingness to discuss your application further. And then lastly, they both show personalization. So your resume, while it can be customized for different jobs, it often follows a standard format, while the cover letter should be personalized for each application, addressing the hiring manager by name, if possible, or if you can find it, and referencing specific details about the company and position. So while your resume provides a structured overview of your qualifications, your cover letter allows you to tell your story, showcase your personality, and make a compelling case for why you are the best fit for the job. And together they can create a comprehensive application that highlights both your professional capabilities and your personal attributes, which then increases your chances of making strong impressions on potential employers.
Very neat. So before I ask you my last question, I have used the same cover letter for every job I've ever applied for. Is that a good idea, or should I mix it up?
I think you should mix it up. So while I feel like it's okay to use maybe some of the same things from that cover letter, like I said, you should tailor a cover letter to the specific job or company that you're applying to. So one cover letter might be for a college and another one might be for Apple, but you want to like change them up a little bit.
Okay. All right. Last question. What's one piece of advice you would give a college student writing their resume for the first time?
So I feel like I have more than one, but the top one would be to do your research. Focus on showcasing relevant experiences rather than just job titles. So you can highlight those academic achievements. You can emphasize internships and projects. So if you have internships or part-time jobs or significant class projects, describe your responsibilities and the outcomes using action verbs, and quantify your achievements when possible, including extracurricular activities. Tailoring each application, customize your resume for each position by emphasizing the experiences and skills that are most relevant to the job description. So like I said, just doing your research and focusing on showcasing those experiences rather than just writing the job title and doing like one-word responsibilities. So focusing on the relevant experiences and framing them effectively, you can create a compelling resume that highlights your potential, even if you have limited professional experience. This approach helps the employers see your capabilities and enthusiasm, setting you up for success in your job search.
Awesome. So if a student makes a resume, are we available to edit them and help them out?
Absolutely. So if you have a resume and you're just not sure and you need that feedback and second pair of eyes, we are here to help you all. And also, if you don't have a resume, we can help you start one and to create one. So if you need help, me and Tracy are here to help build those resumes and even cover letters.
Oh, I love it. All right, friends, that completes our next podcast number 4 of Resumes and Cover Letters. We'll see you next month.